think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Para quê? Tem uma DR.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Tá.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
É o fim. Você tem 5 anos juntos, vocês não ficaram?
Come on.
Linhagens.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Vou dar uma olhada aqui. O caminho é aqui mesmo.
Mockery of justice is what it is.
Sim.
Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Pega.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you the first time.
Eu sei o que estou vendendo.
I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Já volto no negócio que comprasse.
Two more left to join the garrison this very moment. We're going hunting for outlaws.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
É, quem dedurasse a companhia vai ganhar dinheiro.
To think you could take on the Empire? What with their 100 full legions?
You seen him, didn't you? I'm sorry. The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before. Was this the first time they visited the village? Well, what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
Ah,
You don't
se
think these
morresse,
firebrands
sem
the Empire
vergonha.
is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Isso é preconceituoso, racista esse jogo, nossa senhora. Coitado, só que os caras nasceu com magia, eles não. É inveja. Aldeão.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
A rainha mãe dele, uma megera.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We
Proprio
still
mi
don't know who
marco
the Black
io.
Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do?
Isso aí o Joshua, não?
Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Ambrósio.
This will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Be safe. Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. This one. Get him.
Garuda! Ó, o caminho tá lá pra cá. Qual vamos desse caminho? Vamos vir aqui, depois a gente volta e dá outra volta. Tá. Ali eu tô vendo inimigo, vamos voltar aqui. Ah, aqui era inimigo humano. Nós vamos lá matar isso também, que tem caminho aqui também, ó.
More of my mother's men. Over here! Let's try. It's over.
Mais inimiguinho. E aqui, ó lá. Que isso que eu peguei? Peguei alguma coisa aqui, hein? Será que vai se completar? Que fala que tem que pegar 3 placas. Vamos dar uma volta aqui. E a gente voltou no início.
Come on.
Isso mesmo. Se não tivesse voltado, não teria achado aquela. Aqui tá voltando pro vilarejo, né? Aqui, ó. Não achado aquele negócio lá não. Versão descoletável do jogo. Tem que pegar 6. É muito coletável que eu vi. O resto tudo é questão de combate. Consegui do raio, também fazer do fogo que eu não fiz ainda. Do garudo. Aqui. Caminhos tudo entrelaçado. Ah, tem outro inimigo ali, tá vendo? Depois eu voltar lá de novo.
Thanks, Gal.
Esse mapa aqui é tudo entrelaçado, tá vendo? Tem que ir investigar mesmo, quer ver como vamos voltar aqui. Parece restos de naves caídas. Esse jogo tem a ver com alienígena também. Mas aí eu fui, né? Eu peguei o coletável lá. Vou voltar aqui. A pé mesmo. Tá. Aqui eu peguei um baú. Aqui é o caminho. Acho que agora é só mais ou menos reto, né? Chega aqui com... Come on, Pródigo!
It's over. Nice try.
Opa, subi de nível. Ah, outro lado da ponte. Ou não, né? E o cachorro tá vazando aí, gente?
Blood, Clive.
Sangue, claro.
And still wet.
You were
Spoiler
told
preto.
to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Tá.
You know who we are. And still, you would... Why then? We owe you our thanks.
Eu só vou matar
To
os
dwell
seus.
in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Vamos preparar pra morrer.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Isso aí, todo mundo juntinho. Você.
Get him! This one! Go for it! Now, Volta! This one! Get him! We can win!
Você é o mago? Então toma.
Go for it!
Bora. Vamos de porrada.
This one. Get him.
Isso aí. Ó, deixou um vivo pra interrogar.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Odil. Guardians of the
E já
Flame.
sabe que são 2 guardiões da chama.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Ó, coloca o quê? Gates. Tá. Mas eu não fui lá do outro lado da água escrada. Eu lembro que tinha um negocinho lá, pá. Ou é daqui que eu vim? Não, é daqui que eu vim. Ah. É daqui que eu vim. Ah, não entendi não. A luta não tinha começado quando eu voltei. Ah, dessa. Ó, tem um caminho. Ah, mas aqui eu tenho viagem rápida já. Nossa, do canto do falcão. Depois eu exploro, olha. Será que eles destruíram tudo? Onde que a Marta fica, não é?
Find something, boy. Death.
Tá tudo apodrecendo já, né?
Found her.
Nossa. Ele lembra de alguém?
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
Aquela é uma megera.
Don't know.
Merece morrer
Never
com
truly
sangue.
understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush, no. You didn't hear nothing.
200 mostrar da fundação do grão, do cabo, de Rosária. Tá, tudo é isso.
How am I to sell my wares if they won't survive at the capital?
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed.
Ah, tá mal naquele lugar.
They're all Rosarian.
Mato
But
separado.
this is their home.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice for the dogs they are!
Cadelinhas ali saindo.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here!
Oh, get enough for
Fuck off! Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
E esse vai ser um marcado pior ainda.
We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
O Lázaro. É. O túnel Lázaro. Quem
We'll find our way
conhece de
into the city
Bíblia aí.
there.
Tá bom.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Eu acho que não, deve estar cheio de bandidos, essas coisas.
As long as it is abandoned.
Vamos lá, meu filho. Queimadura de luz negra.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Estrito Lázaro.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly
Que lindo.
ground can lose its luster.
Afobado aqui. Já achei, clica o bala em cima primeiro, pô.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
Ou não. Bem. Todo mundo. Não era isso, mas agora. Todo mundo aqui juntinho. Isso. Isso. Todo mundo juntinho aqui pra cá. Ó, vocês não vão morrer também? Isso aí.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Esse cara é o que ajudou. Ele era louro? Não? Ah, o que carregava o machado.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
É o cara que tava com ele na primeira vez.
It really is you.
Quando ele tinha 15 anos. Ah, é. Um morreu, o outro não.
We can speak inside.
Ó. Agora ele não matou ninguém, não.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire.
Aquele um daqueles dois estava com
We've
ele?
seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for
Tamanho
Bears was no
horrível.
secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about
Ela
the
te
realm.
marcou, rapaz.
She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Mas,
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
peraí, vou
And
falar.
so do we.
Make ready.
Eu acho que o Josh morreu e ele é o herdeiro da Fênix, ela acha que pode gerar um novo herdeiro da Fênix.
If we remove the head,
E essa é isso que ela tá com tanta raiva, ela não tá conseguindo
perhaps we
gerar
can
outro.
prevent what happened at the
O
docks
Josh não
from
morreu,
happening
ué.
somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Vamos matar os... Vamos matar...
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
Miseria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
E pra onde?
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Inventário, corrente, caixa. Aí não vende disquinho não. Eu tenho que vender um desses colar depois aqui, ó. Tem uns que eu tenho nem. Vamos de rim. Vender esse que não. Esses três aqui que eu tenho que. Ah, tem que ver que repete.
It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
As you command.
Bora.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Durante a missão principal, companheiros diferentes poderão viajar com o CLIVE, porém, dependendo do destino, eles podem preferir permanecer no esconderijo.
We'll keep them from
the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Better. Brother Wade's life
Não
depends
por lá em cima não, pô. Queria ter ido, peraí. Ó, tá falando com você? Esse rolo de seda de aço.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Os ferranos é esse aqui, ó. Né? Ah.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Bora, vamos matar eles.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Flame.
For Azaria!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Pegou ainda.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank! Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. Over here!
Né?
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
All yours, Torgal.
Tá vivo ainda? Ah, é só um bichinho.
This one.
Beleza. Tá bom que provou, não?
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point.
Dizer o poder da Fantsy no
That
vídeo, não tem
this
problema não.
land is in dire need of cleansing.
Pode vir. Vai começar a ser assim, ó. Toma. Toma.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Vamos lá, vem cá. Toma um abraço assim quente meu aí. Toma.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
Plano? Que plano?
It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
Go again.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
Vamos pro esconderijo lá, vai pra tropa, meu filho.
It is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have,
and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Escudo de chama.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Selo obtido.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Ele matou quando virou Ifrit.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
Mas acho que ele superou isso já.
Go on now, my lord.
Porto Isolde. Maçom Rossur. Ah, o tio dele.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Right,
I guess my uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him, and means to string us up himself.
É verdade, tá com machadão na mão já.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
Uma coisa que eu te...
Mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshard.
Que isso? Não é mais fácil ele soltar um foguinho, não?
Vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown,
I shall have thy head.
Eu tenho que fazer essa palhaçada desse teatrinho. É, se eu soltar foguinho daqui.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Teatro. Deve ser uma peça. Tipo assim, cenário tipo Shakespeare.
You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
Sir Crandall. Uma peça.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
Deixa o cara ficar feliz de te ver.
Your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Não, aproveita, pá, deixa o cara feliz, tá muito tempo sem te ver.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
Só te tratar o vida daquele jeito.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
O Tio tá empolgadão, ó.
This will be fun.
Tipo assim, acho que vai entrar na viagem também. Por que a menina tá meio triste? Ela nunca fica feliz? Essa aqui O cara não se pega nela? 5 anos já, desde que eles se reencontraram, pô.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustenus in the space of 3 days.
Ah, tá com... é porque ela vai voltar pro lugar onde ela foi desviada por um de coisa. Né?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
Afetado.
And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Dá beijo na mulher, pelo amor de Deus.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Ai, meu Deus do céu. Cá estão os monstros.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.